She pushed the mop like always. Invisible. Ignored. Until the spy glanced up, went pale, and fell to his knees. Please, don't let her near me. She moved across the sterile detention floor, adjusting her grip on the worn mop handle, her movements methodical and unremarkable, while the captured foreign operative sat motionless in his reinforced interrogation chair under constant electronic surveillance. The other facility personnel worked systematically through their security protocols and administrative duties, their attention focused on maintaining the classified detention center according to strict international guidelines that govern treatment of captured intelligence operatives while preserving operational security for ongoing counterintelligence investigations. But 72 hours of intensive questioning sessions conducted by the CIA's most experienced interrogation specialists had produced minimal actionable intelligence from the suspected Russian SVR operative whose arrest during the Washington, D.C. dead drop operation had compromised a major foreign intelligence network despite sophisticated questioning techniques employed by psychological warfare experts and behavioral analysis specialists. Custodial Services Supervisor Elena Volkov approached the holding area with standard cleaning supplies and maintenance equipment, completely unaware that her presence would trigger recognition patterns buried deep within the operative's classified training and traumatic memories of a brutal interrogation facility operated by her organization 18 months earlier in the frozen wilderness of Siberia, where her expertise in psychological manipulation had broken some of Russia's most hardened intelligence assets. From which secure intelligence facility around the world are you observing this classified operation today? If you're intrigued by stories that explore the hidden connections between intelligence operatives and the deadly game of international espionage, where former enemies find themselves on opposite sides of interrogation rooms, consider following for more content that examines the shadowy world where professional spies confront their past in the most unexpected circumstances. The Joint Intelligence Detention Facility Charlie occupied 18 heavily secured acres within the classified perimeter of Langley's most sensitive operational complex. Its sophisticated interrogation capabilities representing decades of psychological research and advanced behavioral modification technology designed to extract critical intelligence from captured foreign operatives while maintaining strict adherence to legal guidelines that govern treatment of intelligence prisoners under international law and domestic oversight regulations. The facility served multiple classified purposes as both humanitarian detention center and advanced intelligence extraction location, where captured foreign spies received treatment that met international standards while trained interrogators and psychological specialists attempted to extract critical operational intelligence that could save American lives and neutralize foreign intelligence threats throughout global operational theaters. The detention wing's extraordinarily sophisticated infrastructure included multiple specialized interrogation suites equipped with advanced psychological assessment technology, secure holding cells with comprehensive monitoring capabilities, pharmaceutical facilities that maintained controlled substances under strict medical protocols, and behavioral analysis laboratories equipped with polygraph systems, voice stress analysis equipment, and psychological profiling capabilities that enabled comprehensive assessment of captured operatives while maintaining detailed records for legal documentation and intelligence analysis by counterintelligence specialists who evaluated foreign intelligence methods and capabilities. Custodial Services Supervisor Elena Volkov emerged from the maintenance facility carrying routine cleaning supplies and facility maintenance equipment, her security clearance providing authorized access to restricted areas that required careful documentation and background verification procedures designed to prevent foreign intelligence infiltration or compromise of sensitive detention operations that might provide enemy intelligence services with valuable information about American interrogation capabilities and counterintelligence procedures. The extensive vetting process for facility maintenance personnel had required comprehensive background investigation spanning multiple decades and international verification. Though these thorough procedures had deliberately failed to penetrate the carefully constructed identity that concealed her previous life as a former Soviet intelligence operative whose expertise in psychological warfare had made her one of the most feared interrogators in the KGB's Psychological Operations Directorate. At 38 years old, She possessed advanced degrees in psychology and behavioral modification from Moscow State University's classified intelligence education programs, having completed intensive instruction in psychological manipulation techniques, interrogation methodology, and advanced torture procedures before her dramatic defection to American intelligence services following the collapse of several major Soviet intelligence operations that had threatened to expose her identity and eliminate her usefulness to Russian intelligence operations. Her official employment record documented routine facility maintenance experience and standard security clearances that satisfied administrative requirements. Though these carefully constructed documents deliberately concealed exceptional expertise in psychological warfare and interrogation techniques that had been acquired through classified Soviet intelligence training programs and operational assignments in the most sensitive KGB facilities. Her extensive intelligence background included 12 years operating as the primary psychological warfare specialist for Soviet military intelligence reconnaissance operations, during which time she had developed revolutionary techniques for breaking captured Western intelligence operatives using sophisticated psychological pressure and behavioral modification methods that exceeded anything previously employed by Soviet intelligence services in their efforts to extract classified information from captured enemy spies. The advanced skills she had acquired through Soviet intelligence training provided sophisticated understanding of psychological manipulation, interrogation methodology, and mental breakdown techniques that far exceeded anything available through legitimate academic psychology programs or civilian behavioral research institutions. The decision to seek asylum within American intelligence services rather than continue operations for Soviet intelligence had been motivated by complex personal factors and recognition that her specialized expertise could serve American counterintelligence purposes while providing protection from Soviet assassination teams who considered her defection a catastrophic security breach requiring immediate elimination to prevent compromise of classified Soviet interrogation methods and psychological warfare capabilities that remained highly classified and strategically valuable. Director Sarah Thompson supervised the morning intelligence briefing with commanding authority gained through 25 years of distinguished CIA operational experience. Her leadership style reflecting extensive foreign deployment history and counterintelligence responsibilities that had shaped her comprehensive understanding of international intelligence requirements in contemporary espionage environments where intelligence officers faced unprecedented challenges managing captured foreign operatives under legal constraints that limited traditional interrogation methods while maintaining operational effectiveness and intelligence collection capabilities. Her advanced degrees in international relations, psychology, and intelligence analysis testified to exceptional analytical capabilities that complemented her complex administrative responsibilities for managing sophisticated detention operations under challenging legal conditions that required constant balancing of intelligence collection requirements with legal compliance and human rights obligations. The director's distinguished intelligence career had encompassed both overseas station chief assignments in hostile environments and headquarters-based counterintelligence operations, including classified programs that involved developing advanced interrogation techniques and managing psychological aspects of sensitive intelligence operations that remained beyond normal CIA operational structures due to their classified nature and strategic importance to national security operations. Her professional evolution from field operative to senior intelligence administrator had been facilitated by institutional recognition that contemporary intelligence operations required sophisticated management capabilities that could effectively coordinate intelligence resources across multiple operational requirements and security classifications while maintaining the highest standards of operational effectiveness and legal compliance. Around the Intelligence Assessment Station sat distinguished representatives from CIA Counterintelligence Division, FBI National Security Branch, Defense Intelligence Agency Counterintelligence Directorate, National Security Agency Security Operations, and Department of Justice National Security Division, each contributing highly specialized intelligence expertise to the comprehensive interrogation protocols that ensured captured foreign operatives were processed according to legal requirements, while maintaining stringent security measures and legitimate intelligence gathering opportunities that served critical national security needs without violating constitutional protections or international legal obligations governing treatment of intelligence prisoners. Deputy Director Michael Chong, the facility operations commander responsible for comprehensive detention protocols and prisoner assessment procedures, possessed 18 years of exceptional experience in counterintelligence operations and held multiple security clearances that provided authorized access to classified intelligence regarding foreign intelligence capabilities, operational methodologies, and psychological warfare techniques that influence detention procedures and protective measures for American intelligence personnel who might encounter sophisticated foreign operatives trained in resistance techniques and psychological manipulation methods designed to compromise American intelligence operations. Deputy Director Chang's unique expertise effectively bridged the critical gap between operational intelligence collection and legal compliance requirements, translating complex foreign intelligence assessment into practical detention approaches that protected American intelligence personnel while providing optimal opportunities for intelligence extraction from captured foreign operatives whose backgrounds might provide valuable insight into enemy capabilities, operational methods, and strategic intentions that could inform broader counterintelligence assessments and national security planning decisions. The highly skilled intelligence team under Chang's supervision represented carefully selected specialists recruited from leading intelligence training institutions, prestigious academic programs, and advanced military intelligence organizations, each bringing unique analytical capabilities and specialized knowledge to the extraordinarily complex challenge of extracting intelligence from captured foreign operatives while maintaining appropriate legal compliance and supporting legitimate counterintelligence collection opportunities that characterized intelligence operations in legal environments where every aspect of prisoner interaction potentially carried constitutional implications and international legal consequences. Special Agent Rebecca Martinez, the dedicated security coordinator responsible for comprehensive facility protection and sophisticated prisoner management during all interrogation procedures, possessed extensive experience in counterintelligence operations and foreign operative handling methodologies developed through multiple high-risk assignments in dangerous environments where security threats constantly evolved and required adaptive responses to sophisticated foreign intelligence services, whose capabilities exceeded traditional criminal threats and demanded specialized security protocols. Her comprehensive understanding of intelligence security encompassed both conventional prisoner management techniques and highly specialized protocols for handling foreign intelligence operatives whose detention required enhanced security measures, continuous monitoring, and counterintelligence oversight that balanced intelligence collection opportunities with operational security requirements and legal compliance obligations. The security coordinator's specialized background included advanced training in foreign intelligence methodologies, escape prevention techniques specifically designed for intelligence operatives, behavioral analysis focused on identifying deception and manipulation attempts, threat assessment for foreign intelligence personnel, and facility security procedures that enabled safe, effective intelligence operations without compromising facility security or creating opportunities for foreign intelligence compromise, escape attempts, or manipulation efforts that could endanger American intelligence personnel and operational security while potentially providing foreign intelligence services with valuable information about American capabilities and procedures. Senior intelligence analyst Robert Kim, the lead behavioral assessment specialist whose 22 years of CIA experience included multiple foreign assignments and specialized psychological operations, provided essential expertise in foreign intelligence psychological profiling, interrogation resistance techniques, and the unique psychological challenges associated with extracting intelligence from foreign operatives who possessed sophisticated training in resistance methods and psychological manipulation techniques designed to frustrate American intelligence collection efforts while protecting their own operational secrets and intelligence networks. His extensive operational experience included assignments to every major intelligence theater where American forces had conducted counterintelligence operations during the past 2 decades, providing him with unparalleled understanding of foreign intelligence training methods, cross-cultural psychological manipulation, and the complex psychological dynamics that characterized intelligence extraction from foreign operatives who found themselves dependent on American protection while maintaining their ideological commitment to foreign intelligence services and opposition to American strategic objectives and intelligence collection efforts. Intelligence specialist Jennifer Walsh, the experienced psychological assessment technician whose specialized training in behavioral analysis and psychological profiling made her an invaluable member of the intelligence team, had completed advanced courses in foreign intelligence psychology, prisoner psychological assessment, and cross-cultural interrogation techniques that enabled effective intelligence extraction despite language barriers and cultural differences that often complicated psychological assessment and intelligence collection from foreign operatives who might employ sophisticated deception techniques and psychological manipulation methods designed to frustrate American intelligence efforts. Her technical expertise included proficiency with advanced psychological assessment equipment, pharmaceutical consultation for psychological evaluation, behavioral analysis assistance, and psychological monitoring systems that enabled comprehensive intelligence assessment under legal constraints that limited traditional interrogation interaction and psychological pressure techniques normally employed in foreign intelligence environments where legal protections and constitutional rights did not restrict intelligence collection methods and psychological manipulation approaches. Intelligence staff, this morning's comprehensive assessment includes detailed psychological evaluation of the captured Russian operative requiring sophisticated interrogation techniques, ranging from routine behavioral analysis and psychological profiling to complex psychological pressure and advanced behavioral modification procedures. Director Thompson announced with analytical authority that characterized professional intelligence instruction delivered under operational conditions where intelligence collection must be conducted within legal frameworks that protected both subjects and intelligence personnel while serving legitimate national security requirements. Interrogation protocols require strict adherence to constitutional standards while maintaining appropriate operational effectiveness and comprehensive documentation procedures for legal compliance and intelligence analysis purposes. Her detailed briefing reflected the extraordinarily sophisticated balance required in intelligence operations conducted in detention environments, where critical intelligence extraction must be accomplished within strict legal frameworks that protected both subjects and intelligence personnel while serving legitimate national security collection requirements that could potentially save American lives through operational information obtained during interrogation interactions that remained within constitutional boundaries and legal requirements that governed intelligence operations on American soil. The current subject represented typical foreign intelligence challenges that included sophisticated resistance, training requiring specialized psychological approaches, cultural barriers that demanded cross-cultural psychological techniques, ideological commitment that required behavioral modification methods, and operational knowledge that necessitated advanced intelligence extraction procedures under legal constraints that limited traditional intelligence collection approaches, and psychological pressure techniques normally employed in foreign operational environments where constitutional protections did not restrict intelligence collection methods. Intelligence complexity was significantly compounded by legal requirements that restricted psychological pressure and interrogation techniques, constitutional protections that govern treatment of foreign operatives on American soil, cultural differences that affected psychological assessment and behavioral analysis, and counterintelligence requirements that had to be balanced against legal compliance and constitutional obligations that governed professional intelligence practice even in national security environments where foreign intelligence threats demanded immediate attention and sophisticated collection methods. All interrogation procedures require continuous legal oversight and comprehensive monitoring, with specific protocols for handling intelligence collection activities that might create constitutional violations or provide opportunities for legal challenges by foreign intelligence services or civil liberties organizations. Special Agent Martinez explained with systematic precision, her instruction reflecting careful development of intelligence security procedures that balance collection requirements with legal protection obligations and constitutional compliance requirements. Intelligence personnel must maintain constant legal awareness while conducting professional, effective interrogation that meets constitutional standards and demonstrates American commitment to legal compliance and human rights protection even in national security contexts. Her comprehensive explanation highlighted the dual responsibilities of intelligence personnel who must extract critical intelligence according to established operational requirements, while operating within legal environments that posed unique challenges for traditional intelligence practice, interrogation procedures, and psychological manipulation techniques that normally characterized effective intelligence collection in foreign operational environments where constitutional protections and legal constraints did not complicate every aspect of intelligence collection and psychological assessment procedures. Volkov positioned herself strategically among the facility maintenance staff while maintaining heightened awareness of prisoner behavioral patterns, security protocols, and operational procedures that governed all facility interaction with foreign intelligence operatives whose psychological state was essential for effective intelligence extraction, but whose sophisticated training and possible deception attempts required constant vigilance and protective measures that ensured intelligence personnel safety without compromising quality of intelligence collection or operational effectiveness standards that characterize professional intelligence operations. The detention environment's comprehensive security protocols included extensive psychological screening procedures designed to identify manipulation attempts and intelligence deception operations, isolation techniques that prevented communication between foreign operatives while enabling necessary intelligence collection, and specialized assessment approaches that addressed both intelligence requirements and security concerns while ensuring that captured foreign operatives received treatment that met constitutional standards regardless of their intelligence value, cooperation level, or resistance techniques employed against American intelligence collection efforts. The facility's advanced intelligence monitoring capabilities included continuous electronic surveillance systems that recorded all intelligence interactions for legal assessment and operational documentation, sophisticated behavioral analysis equipment that identified unusual subject responses or potential deception attempts, and comprehensive communication monitoring that ensured all intelligence conversations were recorded and analyzed for both legal implications and potential intelligence value that might inform broader counterintelligence assessments and national security planning decisions that guided American intelligence operations and foreign threat assessment procedures. Volkov approached the detained operative carrying standard cleaning supplies, routine maintenance equipment, and facility documentation materials. Her extensive intelligence training enabling accurate assessment of psychological state and behavioral indicators, while her specialized security awareness maintained appropriate caution regarding potential threats, manipulation attempts, or intelligence gathering efforts that characterized interactions with foreign operatives whose true intentions and capabilities remained unknown despite extensive interrogation efforts and behavioral analysis conducted by American intelligence specialists and psychological assessment experts. The operative's complex psychological condition reflected sophisticated resistance training that had been designed to withstand advanced interrogation techniques employed by hostile intelligence services. His mental state complicated by apparent psychological conditioning that exceeded normal intelligence training and suggested exposure to specialized psychological manipulation methods that had produced artificial psychological barriers requiring specialized assessment and treatment approaches that addressed both intelligence collection requirements and underlying psychological conditioning effects. His behavioral patterns included systematic resistance to psychological pressure that indicated professional intelligence training in anti-interrogation techniques, sophisticated deception methods that suggested advanced intelligence education in manipulation and misdirection, and clear evidence of psychological conditioning that indicated exposure to specialized behavioral modification programs that exceeded typical intelligence resistance training and suggested participation in advanced psychological warfare programs that prepared intelligence operatives for capture scenarios and hostile interrogation environments. The subject's persistent resistance had continued for 72 hours despite sophisticated psychological pressure and advanced behavioral assessment techniques, his psychological defenses being reinforced by apparent deep psychological conditioning that exceeded normal resistance training and suggested traumatic experiences that had produced artificial psychological barriers requiring specialized psychiatric intervention and treatment approaches that addressed both intelligence collection objectives, and underlying psychological trauma that might prevent effective intelligence extraction through conventional interrogation methods. Volkov began routine facility maintenance procedures while discreetly monitoring the operative's psychological responses, behavioral indicators, and stress reactions for any changes that might indicate psychological vulnerability, manipulation opportunities, or signs of psychological breakdown that might enable intelligence extraction through specialized psychological pressure techniques that remained within legal boundaries while maximizing intelligence collection effectiveness and operational success rates. Her extensive intelligence training enabled recognition of specific psychological patterns and behavioral indicators that provided valuable insight into the operative's psychological state, resistance capabilities, and possible intelligence value based on his reactions to environmental stimuli and the sophisticated nature of his psychological conditioning that suggested high-level intelligence training exceeding typical foreign operative capabilities and indicating possible involvement in sensitive intelligence operations that warranted immediate attention and specialized collection efforts. The detailed psychological assessment revealed distinctive behavioral patterns and stress response evidence that clearly indicated previous exposure to sophisticated psychological manipulation techniques employed by professional interrogators using advanced methods and psychological pressure, suggesting the operative's background included experience with high-level intelligence operations that significantly exceeded typical foreign intelligence activities and indicated possible involvement in sensitive strategic operations rather than routine intelligence collection assignments that characterized most foreign operative activities. As Volkov moved closer to the operative's position while conducting routine maintenance activities, her presence triggered immediate psychological recognition responses from the trained intelligence operative whose buried traumatic memories suddenly connected current detention conditions with previous traumatic interrogation experiences received under extreme psychological pressure that had created lasting psychological damage despite his attempts to suppress those memories through psychological defense mechanisms and specialized resistance training designed to protect classified information and operational security. The visual recognition of Volkov's distinctive features and mannerisms penetrated his carefully constructed psychological defenses and activated deeply suppressed traumatic memory patterns that had been deliberately buried through psychological conditioning and pharmaceutical intervention, suddenly flooding his consciousness with vivid recollections of previous interrogation sessions that had employed sophisticated psychological torture and behavioral modification techniques that had ultimately broken his resistance and extracted classified intelligence that had compromised major intelligence operations and endangered foreign intelligence assets operating in sensitive environments. The operative's eyes widened suddenly with unmistakable terror and immediate recognition that indicated complete awareness of Volkov's true identity despite his previous psychological conditioning and resistance training. His facial expression shifting dramatically from professional resistance to overwhelming fear as he processed the implications of her presence and recognized the specific individual whose psychological expertise had previously destroyed his psychological defenses and extracted classified intelligence that had resulted in catastrophic consequences for his intelligence network and operational assignments. Instead of maintaining professional resistance typical of trained intelligence operatives facing interrogation procedures, the operative demonstrated completely unexpected psychological breakdown and terror that suggested previous traumatic interaction with Volkov during circumstances that had created lasting psychological damage and professional recognition of her capabilities rather than the controlled resistance that normally characterized trained intelligence personnel facing detention and interrogation by hostile intelligence services whose methods they had been specifically trained to resist through psychological conditioning and behavioral modification techniques. With obvious psychological distress that overcame his professional training and resistance conditioning, the operative collapsed from his chair to his knees while maintaining terrified eye contact with Volkov, his movements driven by overwhelming psychological fear and recognition rather than tactical calculation or manipulation attempts that normally characterized foreign operative behavior during detention scenarios designed to test their resistance capabilities and psychological stability. Under pressure, the operative's dramatic psychological transformation from professional resistance to overwhelming terror created immediate attention and concern from intelligence personnel and security staff who had never observed such extraordinary psychological breakdown in foreign operatives, particularly responses that suggested previous traumatic experiences and personal recognition rather than the typical psychological pressure responses that characterized trained intelligence personnel facing detention. An interrogation by American intelligence services whose methods they had been specifically prepared to resist. "Please, don't let her near me." The operative spoke in heavily accented English while demonstrating obvious psychological terror despite his sophisticated intelligence training and resistance conditioning. His desperate plea conveying unmistakable fear and psychological breakdown that transcended professional resistance training and suggested traumatic personal experiences that had created lasting psychological damage exceeding normal interrogation. Resistance capabilities and psychological conditioning methods employed by foreign intelligence services. The genuine psychological terror displayed by the operative created immediate transformation in how all intelligence personnel viewed Volkov's background and capabilities, understanding that his extreme reaction clearly indicated previous interaction with her under circumstances that had created profound psychological trauma and professional fear rather than the controlled resistance responses that characterized trained intelligence operatives facing standard interrogation procedures and psychological pressure techniques employed by American intelligence services. Director Thompson approached with obvious professional interest and concern, her extensive intelligence background enabling immediate recognition that the operative's psychological breakdown indicated previous exposure to Volkov under operational conditions that suggested extraordinary circumstances involving psychological manipulation and interrogation techniques that had created lasting psychological trauma requiring immediate assessment and specialized handling procedures that addressed both intelligence collection opportunities and potential legal implications of employing personnel whose backgrounds might involve questionable interrogation methods. Today, Elena Volkov continues to serve American intelligence as a consultant on foreign psychological warfare methods. Her unique background and specialized expertise in Soviet interrogation techniques enabling American intelligence services to better understand foreign intelligence capabilities while developing improved resistance training for American intelligence personnel who might face capture and interrogation by hostile intelligence services whose psychological warfare capabilities continue to evolve and present ongoing threats to American intelligence operations and national security objectives.